The juice is loose. I had to. Start the review like that. Sorry, that was weird. But before we get started on the review for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, we want to point out that this video is part of VTR's Creepy Frights, and also I wanted to show this off a little bit if it'll focus. Yeah, this Lemon Time Fanta, which is not good, by the way. I tried it, but I have this one. I'm just gonna keep the bottle and everything. It's not good though. It's not. But one that is cool though is when I went and saw the movie last night, I got this cool little collectible cup that's got a sandworm on it and everything. They had different ones. They had a sandworm, Beetlejuice's grave, the Beetlejuice sign, and Bob, little head. Anyway, let's talk about Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. But first things first, before we get into the review, obviously, you know, we read that synopsis. Beetlejuice is back. After an unexpected family tragedy, 3 generations of Dietz family return home to Winter River, still haunted by Beetlejuice. Lydia's life is turned upside down when her rebellious teenage daughter Astrid discovers the mysterious model town in the attic, and the portal to the afterlife is accidentally opened. With trouble brewing in both the realms, it's only a matter of time until someone says Beetlejuice's name 3 times, and the mischievous demon returns to unleash his own brand of mayhem. That's all I'm really going to say without giving out any spoilers. That is the synopsis. And going into Beetlejuice, sorry if my camera flickers or anything, but going into Beetlejuice, I was very excited for this movie. One of my most anticipated movies of the year. If you guys don't know, I reviewed Beetlejuice, the movie, years ago on the channel, and the animated series, and the actual musical. So this is the only bit of Beetlejuice media, I guess, I haven't talked about on the channel, because the movie is still relatively new. And, well, it's actually brand new still. It came out yesterday. And I didn't even plan on going to see it yesterday. I wasn't going to see it until the end of the month, but anyway, I'm glad I got to see it and everything. And overall, I really enjoyed this movie. Like, it still feels like that first film and everything, even though it's set in modern day. It's fun. It has a lot of great comedy and everything. I think the cast is great, with freaking Winona Ryder coming back as Lydia, and obviously Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, and Delia, Catherine O'Hara, as I said that, as freaking Delia, and the newest member to the cast, Jenna Ortega, obviously does a good job. Well, now I want to know Jenna Ortega's character first. I was scared she was going to come across like broody and everything, and like kind of a rehash of Lydia, which she didn't really, but we also had like a similar thing there, which I think did a good job. I'm glad like Jenna Ortega doesn't feel like the center of the film. I was worried that was going to be what this was going to feel like. I was going to ride off that star power of Jenna Ortega, which I am very much glad they didn't do that. I'm very glad that and the way they get around the dad character not being there. If you don't know the stuff about that actor, I'm not going to get into it here. You can do your own research. The way they get around him not being in the movie is actually well done. And we got to talk about Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice. He does such a great job. Like, he's still got it for this character, and it was so entertaining. There are so many funny moments in this movie. I will say one thing, and this has nothing to do with the movie itself. I think it was just my theater. I don't know if anybody else had this problem. There's one scene in the movie, it's like this sequence in the movie that happens towards the end of the movie, where the audio like was mixed weird, and like part of it you couldn't hear like the words and everything. If you know what I'm talking about, what scene I'm talking about, I want to know, did that happen to you guys too, or was that just my theater thing? I haven't heard anyone else talk about it. I think it was just a my theater thing. But overall, I think the movie did a fantastic job at just doing recapturing the feel. Like, this feels like it fits with the original. I could watch these back to back, and like, these don't feel like they're not connected. Like, it definitely has the feel of Beetlejuice and everything. If I get into a little negativity, there's one scene in the movie where we kind of lead in to learn a little bit about Beetlejuice's backstory. I don't like the way that's handled. And there's a scene at the end, like the very end of the movie, I'm not like 100% down for. It's like the very, very end of the movie. But I will say this has been one of my most fun theater experiences in a while. There's a time I said something out loud. I don't remember what it said, but I think someone in the theater heard me, and I was like, someone in the theater heard what I said, and it was like, oh, my mind's blanking. Someone in the theater heard what I said. God, my mind's blanking all over the place. Someone in the theater heard what I said. Yes, someone in the theater heard what I said, and they responded to it, and it was like, I heard them like, as soon as I said that, I heard, I know, right? And I was like, okay. And there was one part where it was a scene in the movie where I like made a comment. It was kind of loud, and like a lot of people didn't laugh at that scene, but they laughed at my comment because like a few people in the theater heard me because I was kind of loud when I said I didn't mean to. But overall, the theater was laughing. It was such a fun experience. It was so well written and everything, and I think it was kind of fun. I think there's a lot of well stuff. They do juggle a lot of storylines in this movie, but I heard some people say like the stuff that I feel like they don't wrap those little storylines up well. Personally, I think they wrap them up pretty dang good. Personally, because I think they're done in a way like that just fits the Beetlejuice vibe. That's the reason why I think it works like that, and it's funny. Like, it does a good job. And Michael Keaton. There's this other character in the movie. It's like this bride character. I don't want to go too much into detail. If you've seen like some of the marketing, it's like a chick with the staples on her face. That's an interesting story. I thought they would do a little more with that, but they didn't go far enough with it, I think, than they should have. But besides that, those are my only complaints. I think pretty much most of the characters in the movie are fun. There's some fun moments. Delia is freaking so much fun, and I think they take a lot more, because I know she's eccentric in the original, but I think they take a lot of like her eccentricness from the musical and throw it in here. I know there's one thing that felt like there's a whole plot point about Jenna Ortega, and I don't want to give it away. I don't think it's in any of the trailers, but it does feel like a plot point they took from the Broadway musical and put into here. So it reminded me of that a little bit. I don't know if that was intentional, but it reminded me of that storyline. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But overall, I think the movie is, personally, I'm going to give the movie a 3.5 out of 5. Because I really enjoyed the film. I think it's so good. I think it was a lot of fun. It's worth the wait of however many years it's been since the first one. I really enjoyed the film, and I just want to say I hope you guys like it. Like, if you haven't gone and seen it yet, let me know which. Let me know if you're even gonna go see it. If you've seen it, I would love to know what your thoughts on the movie were. Oh my goodness, it feels so good to review a movie again. I haven't sat down and reviewed a movie in so long. It feels so good, and what a fitting movie to be my return to reviewing movies. What a fitting movie for that. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for this review, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the flickers, a little bit that happened throughout this video. I didn't want that to happen, but future VTR here. I was just literally rendering the video, and I was like, I didn't talk about the effects, and I need to. The effects, for the most part, seem to be mostly practical. I think only CGI was used where I was like, oh yeah, you can't do this practically. Everything to me looked practical. The stop motion and like the actual effects and stuff. The effects are great. I just had to bring that in here and say that because like I felt like I was doing the film a disservice by not bringing that up in my review. So sorry about that. I had to interrupt this a little bit. Let's send you back to past VTR. Thank you guys so much for watching it though. Why is my shirt like, I don't know. I was gonna wear my Beetlejuice musical shirt and I can't find it. I was gonna wear it for this video, but I cannot find it for the life of me. Yeah, the flash again. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next one. Oh wait, real quick, almost forgot the Rotten Tomatoes score. Critics give it a 77, and audiences give it an 83, which I think is pretty good. Okay, again, bye.